And so someone challenged me recently. She said, well, if it will be attracted to you, why aren't you married yet? I don't even know if I want to talk about this, but let's just go right on ahead. So people have asked me, because the truth of the matter is many of the women who have worked with me have met the love of their lives, gotten married, people have talked about their relationships getting so much better. I've even received messages and emails from husbands saying, I'm so excited that my wife worked with you. This is what it did in our marriage, and this is how I even got better. And so there's been a lot of people who have experienced a lot of love through the work that they've done in Iconic Womanhood. And it's interesting because I'm not even really a dating coach, right? I'm not a dating coach. I'm not a relationship coach. But here's the thing that I know for sure. Just like I'm not a business coach or a money coach, but people have literally made millions after working with us. Let me tell you what I know for sure. What I know for sure is that when you do the work on yourself, everything changes in your life. And the things that you're looking for, they actually become attracted to you. And so someone challenged me recently. She said, well, if it will be attracted to you, why aren't you married yet? And I really took it to heart, and I took some time to journal. And so I want to share some truth about that right now. And the reason why I want to share the truth is not just because I want to talk to you, but I think that it would be useful for someone listening. And I'm all about sharing a lesson. So, number one, the truth is that for a season, I actually was not prepared to do that. I wanted to focus on growing my business, growing myself, and healing. Really important. It's not to say that there is a point when you become fully healed, because I think healing is a continuum and you continue to experience healing as you continue to live. So I wasn't waiting to be perfect, but I really felt like I wanted to make sure I was healed. And I kept finding pockets that were telling me, let's deal with this. I firmly believe God doesn't just love his daughters. He really loves his sons too. And I wanted to make sure that I wasn't going to be bringing any wounding from my old place into a new place. That was one reason why I held back. Now, let me be honest. I have enjoyed delicious attention with boundaries, if you understand what I mean. I've enjoyed that, but I'm careful. I'm careful because I want to make sure that when it's done right. Because I don't want to go through this experience of divorce again. The second thing was this. I realized that if I didn't really fully uncover old patterns, and remember, patterns can be physical, they can be in your body, they can be mental in your mind, they can be emotional, they can be spiritual. I wanted to make sure that I understood the patterns, interrupted any that needed to be interrupted, and removed any that were toxic. Why? Because I'm going to connect two words here. Patterns can inform your palate. So some of us, we don't realize it. You can have a taste for the toxic. A lot of women date the same man in different trousers. And so they keep having the same experience. And what happens is they start to say all men are this, that, or the other. But honestly, I don't believe all men are this, that, or the other. There may be a large number of men who behave a certain way. That certainly can be true. But I really do believe that we can also be choosing similar men because we have patterns that have created a palate, a taste for something. And so I wanted to change my taste buds, if you will. I wanted to do that work to make sure that I was working on who I was. And I'm not in a hurry. It's funny because now, having gone through what I went through, I tell women, life is short, but it's also long. So you want to be careful about the choices you make. Of course, it's wonderful to be in love and it's wonderful to feel romanced, but you really need to be sure you're choosing a covenant partner. And so I'm all about taking my time. The third thing that I want to offer to you is this. I actually believe that it's critical that I be in the business of the work that my Father has asked me to do. I want to be doing my Father's work. You know, the Bible says that one will put 1,000 to flight and two will put 10,000. That's really the business of coming together. You're not just coming together so you feel good. You're coming together for the purpose of purpose. And so I've been challenged with, have you put your 1,000 to flight? Put your 1,000 to flight, because I want somebody who's about the business of his 1,000. And as you're putting your 1,000, he's putting his 1,000. Together you'll come and you'll put your 10,000. Listen, my accent just changed because when I get really serious, I enter the Niger dimension. Okay. And so I really wanted to really focus on putting my 1,000 to flight. And I'm in the business of that right now. And I'm challenging myself. I'm challenging myself to grow my business. I'm challenging myself to step out in ministry. I'm challenging myself to learn the Bible, to go deeper into the Word. I'm challenging myself to grow and even physically to get stronger. I want to put my 1,000 to flight because I know that God is doing a work in the man that He has for me. There's no rush. I trust God. All things are working together for my good. And here's the final thing I'm just going to give to you. It is okay to say you desire something, but you don't have to live in the desperation of a desire. You can desire it. It's beautiful. I want it. And when it comes, I'll be excited. But you see me, I'm living a delicious life right now. That's really what it means to live iconic. You're not enslaved to any one circumstance. Anyhow I find my life, trust and believe it will be beautiful because God has already made it so. I'm so excited for us to continue on our journey, whether it's here on YouTube or whether you decide to come to one of my events or whether you choose to join our intimate programs in the Iconic Women Circle or my mastermind. But I want to make sure that you just don't sit on the fence. You understand that this life that you're living, you only get one of it. So be intentional about it. Lean into it. You deserve to live fully. In fact, you're called to. That's why Jesus came, that you could live this life to the full. Thank you for being part of our community. Remember, if this has been resonant for you, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit like, leave a comment, share. I am so excited to get to know you more and more. As always, I'm Ekene, the lead coach for Iconic Womanhood and your friendly neighborhood auntie.